Iron Man. This is definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Not just one of my favorite superhero movies or Marvel movies, just my favorite just movies of all time. It's definitely the movie that obviously established the entire MCU, established the Avenger Initiative, established all the different characters, especially with Tony Stark, played by Robert Downey Jr., who's definitely one of the greatest actors of all time. He just won the Oscar for Oppenheimer, which he's really great in. So yeah, there's definitely like a lot of pressure to, get this movie right. I know a lot of like the studio was like really kind of hesitant on getting Robert Downey Jr. for the role of Iron Man, especially, with all this like drug problems and everything like that. I mean, he was always like a fantastic actor, but that was always like the kind of issue that Marvel had. But they bet on him and they won, and he's definitely like one of the faces of the MCU through phases 1 through 3, and he's definitely made a lasting impression on audiences and everything. So yeah, we can kind of just like jump into the different characters that have been introduced. We have Tony Stark / Iron Man, Rhodey, played by Terrence Howard, and obviously he'll get replaced by Don Cheadle in the future. Pepper Potts, played by Gwyneth Paltrow, and a bunch of all like minor characters as well. We have Agent Phil Coulson, we have Jarvis, who obviously becomes very important moving forward, and then we also have S.H.I.E.L.D. being referenced, and then eventually at the very end of the credits with Nick Fury. We can just jump right into that with the whole Avenger Initiative. This movie, it's kind of establishing the whole world of superheroes, with Tony Stark being this kind of like weapons specialist, and then him being attacked by his own weaponry due to the betrayal of Obadiah Stane wanting to take over the company, and then him being captured and taken to the cave in Afghanistan and being able to build a suit in a cave with a box of scraps. That iconic line from Obadiah Stane, and being able to put on the suit and fight his way out of the cave and want to become a hero instead of using his weapons to better be feared or respected. He's a two-hard task for both, and using his skills to protect the world, which is a great idea, and the world is starting to take notice of this. And then obviously the very end where Tony Stark reveals that he's Iron Man, has the iconic line, "Truth is, I'm Iron Man," and then everyone bursting with their questions and everything like that, like what's going on. That was really like, a standout moment of the movie, where previously different superheroes never revealed their secret identity to the world. So this was definitely kind of like a landmark moment in the world of superheroes. And then, obviously the repercussions that come from that, that we get into previous movies. And then, we get to the end credits scene with Nick Fury in Tony Stark's apartment, and then telling him that it's like, "I'd like to talk to you about the Avenger Initiative," which is the Avenger Initiative, not the Avengers Initiative, which a lot of people get that line confused by. But yeah, now the whole world is now open to the idea of superheroes. Now he's not the only superhero in the world, because the whole like timeline thing, at least as far as like the sequel to Iron Man 2, it simultaneously takes place with the Incredible Hulk and with Thor, so all these things are happening at the same time. And then obviously previously we had previously established characters, like Captain America in like 1940s, and then Captain Marvel in the 1990s. But yeah, obviously a great start to the whole MCU. And then another Easter egg is like the name drop of the 10 rings, the captors that captured Tony and then put him into the cave. That obviously becomes very important later on, especially in Iron Man 3. And then, I know it's very important in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, but, we won't talk about Phase 4, even though I like that movie, but, this is just about the Phase 3 movies. So it's really fun that they kind of name drop that. But yeah, overall, great movie. Like I said before, like one of my favorite movies of all time. And yeah, just does a great job at establishing the tone for the MCU, even though there's a lot of stuff in it that's really not really like Disney friendly, but, Disney finally got the distribution rights in 2013. So these earlier Marvel movies, definitely more adult, not really as family friendly as the later ones, which is totally fine. But overall, great movie, and yeah, great start to the MCU.